Hello, beautiful people, tribe of many, many colors. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Um, I've been I've been toying with the idea of doing this recording because I'm in the middle of this life experience, but I'm being guided to record about it anyway. So here I am. For the last couple of days, last couple of weeks maybe, I have been nursing a broken heart. And what broke my heart is not a person or a thing. What broke my heart was the expectation that I had about it. I saw this life event playing out a particular way, and as I kind of got really wrapped up into the outcome of that, it kind of broke my heart when I had to dismantle that dream, so to speak, and rebuild it. And sometimes when our dreams don't work out the way we want them to, we're quick to throw it all out and start over. And the message for me this time was, you don't have to rebuild your dreams every time from the beginning. Sometimes what you've put in it is enough to restructure it a different way. So I'm being guided right now to talk about the effort you've already put into your dream, that it's okay if it's not moving at the pace you want it to. Anytime a dream almost takes a pause, it's an opportunity to strengthen the foundation on this level, if that makes sense. It's taking a break. It feels stagnant because right at this area right here where it seems like nothing is happening, that's where you really need to hone in on your faith. That's what felt right to say. Just hone in on your faith and trust that you have put in so much work that this is going to happen for you. Not always the way you think, because full heart openness brings perspective. It brings truthful visions. It brings clarity. And we are still entering into full heart openness. So even from the perspective where we are, we cannot imagine into fully expanded heart until you're actually there. So there's no way of knowing what it feels like until you're there. And the process of getting there, we need to enjoy more. We need to play. We need to learn to play with the energies that are coming in, because it's in the playfulness that we're going to create something. There's many aspects of this journey that's serious, and it should be taken seriously, because it is. But there's also parts of this journey that should be playful and light and loving and connecting. We know our own little batch of information, and we kind of just stick with it over here, and then the people that agree with us. But we need to play with each other. All the ideas and all the perspective needs to start playing and be light in the energy. There's a lightness and a playfulness to this new space. And while things can often be very serious, don't forget that inner child that wants to just play and be free and worry about nothing. All it wants to do is love and expand in love and be love and express love and play with love and create with love. And that's all the inner child ever wants to do. That's the only thing it knows. It's pure love itself. So it only looks to create as freely as it's flowing through. So the blocks that have prevented us from connecting with our inner child, they're dissolving. But this is where we also get to see just how much we were attached to them. We were very attached to the blocks that kept us from our inner child, because the reality is there's a fear of going back there to the beginning energetically. Because to go back to the beginning is to be once again at your most vulnerable. And if any trauma, pain occurred in childhood, there's a fear of embracing the childlike energy because it's deemed to be in ignorance. If I would have just known, then I could have done this. And right away, what we start to do is say, well, the inner child is ignorant. And sometimes in that perspective, because I share that perspective at times with myself, I have to remember that innocence does not anticipate harm. It just lives. That's a part of what makes it so free. But when the inner child is wounded, we grow from a space of expecting harm somewhere. Right now we have to be mindful of it. Where is it going to come from? And that can create a block to connections, because we may anticipate that who we're trying to connect with is someone that is going to potentially hurt us, and we need to be mindful of this person. And while there are circumstances that may be valid for this, we have to remember that only the open heart moves. The open heart is the only thing that moves all of this forward. So wherever you imagine we're trying to go as a collective, we're gonna all have to start moving in the direction of an open heart, which means we're gonna have to open ourselves and be vulnerable to connection. But trust, this is where the faith comes in. You have to trust that your connections are exactly aligned with your purpose. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is to have all your connections fully aligned with your purpose. And there may be moments where you have to adjust your perspective so that this can build into something beautiful, because it is beautiful. All our connections are beautiful. It's a kaleidoscope of highlights and memories and experiences, and you know, you can twist it and change the pattern, but either way, they're all beautiful connections, even the ones you hate. Because we are all connected, and in this mixed up soup of what can be perceived as chaos, our purpose in this is to still find a way to connect, because that is the only way we stay together. We have to find a way to connect beyond the blocks, and that is the energy of the ant coming through. The energy of the ant says, find another way, but don't give up. Find another way. If you're pushing forward and it just feels like nothing is giving in that direction, just find another way. There's always another way. And it has to be a heart-opening way. Everything is calling for your heart to open to this. It's a beautiful experience. Everything is changing around you. You may be in unknown territory. That's how it feels to me. Like I'm in this energetic space of unknown. And I've always had a sure footing with something, and now there's no footing here. It's just open space. But that gives us the room we need to expand. So here I am in the middle of my expansion, sharing that with you, knowing that you're doing the same thing. And I can show you love and I can show you compassion in this moment. And I know it's hard and I know it's difficult, but we have love on our side with this. And the more we embody that personally, the more that energy is shared all around. And we can dissolve these blocks together so that there's only a meeting of love always. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Wow. I think this is the most present I have been in spirit intentionally. And it feels, everything energetically feels like it's lending to this moment to connect with you. And it's gonna feel even more amazing when we can all connect with each other. This is big. This is really big. This is beautiful love energy that's bringing us all back into union. But it is going within to express out. And then it just cycles this way. Thank you. Bye.